All right, y'all. So on the story of Onesimus, I think I'm saying that right. I don't know, but with his story, doing a little bit of research, man, it gives you a different perspective. So he was a slave to Philemon. He stole from Philemon, which created sin for him and guilt. All right. So then he met Paul. He converted into a Christian by spending time with Paul. Paul had to tell Philemon, listen, he's a changed man. He's not the same person, so I need you to embrace him with love. The story of Philemon and Onesimus is to show that, listen, sin was created, but also now you got to have a heart of forgiveness. You got to show love. You got to embrace when it's hard and like not want your revenge, not want to take out your accusations or blame game. No, listen, Paul had to step in. God had to use Paul to step in and say, listen, he's a changed man. He met me. He ran into me. Now he's a Christian. He's on fire for God. Now he's able to walk into his calling. So as a Kingdom Spouse message, a lot of our spouses are scared of their callings. They're not scared to be with you. They're scared of their calling more than anything. And no matter what you do, you cannot change them to want to turn to God, no matter how much you want them, no matter how much you try to do. But this is why your life, when you're walking with God, you give God your yes, you start going on the journey, they're going to be your witness. They're going to be able to see. If you don't have another witness watching you, by you texting, some of them are supposed to be the witnesses to us, because like it says in the Bible, like even when we give our testimony, we can't be the only one that see it. But when others see your testimony, when others, you start sharing with people, but for somebody to actually witness everything that you've gone through, some of our spouses are our witness. They've seen us from the beginning up until now, like, man, and that is going to help them want God. That is going to help them convert to like, okay, I'm doing things in my own strength. They're still blessed. Don't get me wrong. It can create envy, jealous. It can create, because whatever they're dealing with, it can create all types of spirits. So they'll be jealous of you. They'll start like, saying things to you to hurt your feelings, because of their insecurities, the things that they're dealing with inside, the guilt that they're dealing with because they hurt you, and they have so much pride within themselves that they don't want to say sorry. They don't want to do, what they're supposed to do. So it's easy for them to go get comfort with somebody else and knowing that that's not who God has for them. But this is why you still, no matter the journey, no matter how they hurt you, you're showing them like, dang, like they stayed committed when they didn't have to. They could have left. Everybody else done left them. But in this story right here, you got to look at it so many ways. So yeah, we're going to get her in the process, but this is why you got to lean on God, not your own understanding, because God is doing something that's supernatural. But not on top of it, they're scared of their calling. God has shown them what they're supposed to do. So not only are they being like Jonah, and it's not even the enemies, it's not none of that. It's what they have to say. It's what they have to do, and what comes behind that, the reaction that can become behind it, because we don't know where they work at. We don't know, and if we do, we don't know what they're going through on the job site. We don't know what they're going through, with a family. A lot of us are curse breakers. A lot of us are, the first to be the millionaire, the first to do all this, but we got to go through the pruning and the process of God change our mindsets and everything. But some of these spouses, again, they're not running from you. They're running from God. God has shown them who they're supposed to be, and they're not ready because some of them have high levels that they have to be at, and they have to be respected. They have to be with the right person. They have to, they're going after their own little things, their own desires of what they want instead of what God wants for them right now. But this is where we have to stand in the gap for them, pray for them, intercede for them, fast for them, do all that we can. Because when I studied the story of Onesimus, he had to teach about the beauty of celibacy. And do you know what happened after that? Because it said 2 sections, so I was like, huh? So he got stoned and he got beheaded for keeping his faith in God. Once he was converted over to God and God started doing the work within him, now he's walking in his purpose. It came with fire. It came with persecution. Some of them are not ready for that persecution and the comfort, and the devil and the counterfeits. They're coming in, telling them all sweet lies. So it's keeping them there, because guess what? I don't have to go through the fire that God showed